Welcome to my channel. Today's topic of discussion is the long-term effects of narcissistic parental behavior on a child. It can be profound and far-reaching, influencing the child's emotional, psychological, and social development well into adulthood. Here's a detailed look at the potential outcomes. The first is the emotional effects. Narcissistic parents often demand perfection and criticize their child excessively. This fosters a sense of inadequacy, causing the child to grow up with low self-worth. Chronic quiet and shame. Children may feel responsible for their parents' unhappiness, leading to pervasive guilt. The constant need to please the parent can create a sense of shame when they fail to meet expectations. Emotional suppressions. To avoid conflict or disapproval, children may learn to suppress their feelings, leading to difficulty identifying or expressing emotions later in life. The second is psychological effects. Anxiety and depression. The inconsistent affection or outright neglect of emotional needs can lead to chronic feelings of sadness, worthlessness, and fear of rejection. Perfectionism. The child may strive for perfection to gain validation, which can result in chronic stress and burnout. Identity issues. Narcissistic parents may impose their own desires on the child, leaving them struggling to discover and develop their authentic self. Post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. In case of severe manipulation or abuse, children may experience symptoms of PTSD, such as flashbacks, hypervigilance, or emotional numbness. The third is social and relational effects. Difficulty setting boundaries. Growing up with a parent who ignored boundaries can make it challenging for the child to establish and maintain healthy boundaries in their relationships. Trust issues. Narcissistic parents may lie, manipulate, or betray the child's trust, leading to difficulties trusting others. Codependency or avoidance. Children may either become overly dependent on others for validation or avoid relationships altogether out of fear of being hurt. Trouble with intimacy. Emotional neglect and manipulation can make it difficult for the child to form deep, meaningful connections. The fourth is behavioral and cognitive patterns. People-pleasing tendencies. To avoid conflict or earn love, children may become overly accommodating, often at the expense of their own needs. Fear of failure or criticism. The high expectations of narcissistic parents can create a paralyzing fear of failure, discouraging the child from taking risks or trying new things. Overachievement or underachievement. Some children may become high achievers to gain approval, while others may underachieve due to lack of confidence in their abilities. The fifth is intergenerational effects. Parenting challenges. Adult children of narcissistic parents may struggle to establish a healthy parenting style. They might either overcompensate by being overly lenient or inadvertently replicate patterns of control or neglect. Repeat cycles. Without intervention, the child may carry unresolved trauma into their relationships, potentially perpetuating cycles of dysfunction. To conclude, understanding the long-term effects of narcissistic parenting is the first step towards breaking free from its grip and reclaiming a sense of self-worth and well-being. Thanks for listening.